Hey there, welcome to Conversations with Real Estate Agents. I've been meaning to do this most of the year, to do more videos. So I'm glad we're finally getting a chance to do it, even though it's December.
That's right.
So Lori, market's changing, lots has happened in the past couple of months and rates are all over the place. So what's your take on how the real estate market's moving right now?
Right now it's moving a little slow. But you know what? It really slowed down a little more than normal back just before the presidential election.
Yes.
Just because things were all cattywampus. There are various associations, National Association of Realtors and others, who have individuals that have some method to do some real estate market predictions. And for whatever reasons, presidential election, economy, interest rates, all that, all their methodologies just were out the window.
Yeah, nothing made sense.
No, so it wasn't, and in trying to explain to sellers, especially, why houses are staying on the market a little bit longer, it's difficult sometimes because of that. But there is something that I have noticed too. Back during COVID, things were going so quickly, and we were having to offer over list price in order for the clients to be able to secure that property, get it under contract. And I think that's kind of a misconception now with buyers, is they'll see something listed at a certain price and maybe that's not really what they want, but yet they're afraid to offer below list. And I think us as a buyer's agent, we may need to do a little bit more education on that. Now, granted, you don't want to come in insultingly low,
Of course.
But that being said, with homes being on the market a little longer, then you could offer a little less. Sellers might be willing to throw in a little bit more concessions to help with closing costs or to buy down some rates for those that
that's where I was
the
going.
rate is not really where they want it to be. So I think it all goes to communication too. Communicate with your agent and get an open, transparent conversation about, what you're looking for, and get their lender involved, such as Stephanie,
Absolutely.
to find out what they can afford.
I'm on your side from a budgeting standpoint. The agent is on your side. Lori is on your side. And there's nothing that you can say in a real estate transaction that's going to offend anybody, worry anybody. That open, honest communication, and you'll get that in return too. They're looking out for your best interests.
And you, as a lender, you can also help us, correct me if I'm wrong, where if we have a buyer and they do need a little help, they do need a little bit more from the seller, you can tell us, maybe give us an idea of what they might need to request in addition.
Absolutely. I always say as much as you can negotiate, because we'll find a way to use it. But if there's just some certain number that you have to hit, we need at least this much. I can only work so much magic with rates and or credits, the way that they move around. But yeah, I try to send people in with, look, here's the price you cannot go over. Here's where your payment feels comfortable. You have to have a certain number in closing, or if you get more than that, like you said, we might be able to lower their payment some.
Right. And
I'm seeing a lot more of that happen. Sellers are very negotiable these days when it comes to seller concessions. One that I closed last week, they got $15,500.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. It's we had to find ways to use it, actually.
Because at the end of the day, the lender and the agent, we're working for our buyers and our sellers. We're
same goals.
Exactly. We want them to be successful with their purchase when you have a lender, and then as an agent, still with the purchase, but also when they're selling. We want them to achieve those goals. And I feel like that's what we're here for. So buyers, if you're out there and you're just not sure about things, oh my goodness, communications are always open with me, and especially Stephanie. Any questions that you have.
Absolutely. And it's no judgment, no cost to just go ahead and have that conversation and see where you stand. Because I do know there are a lot of people out there who can afford to buy and they just have that hesitancy.
Because they don't know. Because, I think too, I hear young people talk about, well, I got to have 20% down, 20% down. And that's not the case.
That's a myth.
So just by talking to an agent or a lender or both, something I also want to stress too is just because you talk to us, there's no obligation. Just come talk to us just as friends, and we will definitely, if you have goals to purchase, then we're going to do our best to see that those can happen.
Yeah, that's our goal, to get you there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is a crazy time. It certainly is. Any advice for wintertime or holiday season shopping for homes? I feel like people kind of stay away from it, but I don't know that they should.
I've heard some other people talk about that, and I can remember when I first got in real estate, some of the first homes I showed were at Christmas, and they were decorated. They had the trees and the garland, the lighted garland on the mantle and across the doorways and all, and outside. So just because it's Christmas, don't think that you can't still tour homes. So you just get with the agent, and we can get it set up for you, and might even help you be able to picture your Christmas decor.
Absolutely.
Or what you could do. Maybe you want a bigger house to decorate for than what you're currently in. Maybe you're in an apartment and you want a place where you can actually have a mantle and hang your garland, and we can help you get there.
Yeah, nice to envision a holiday in the new house. I can picture this one.
Yes,
for sure.
This one has so much, so many ways that you can decorate with the shelf that goes across the kitchen entry here, and you can pull this listing up and look at it. It's 1061 Linden Way in Gallatin, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. So I like to ask a couple questions at the end. Who is your ideal client? Who do you prefer, working with? A downsizer, a first-time buyer, a seller?
I like working with first-time home buyers, but I feel like the older I'm getting, I love to work with anybody, don't get me wrong. But I have had a couple of probate sales recently, and so I have signed up to take a probate certification.
Nice.
So because I want to be able to help those, because there's so many tricky aspects when it comes to that.
And that's a difficult time.
It
always.
is.
Yeah.
Very, and I want to just be able to be there just to have another friend as they go through that. So, yeah.
I love that. Okay. And so what are your goals for the upcoming year? Or just one? I don't want to put you too far on the spot.
Yes, just one for the upcoming year. Well, it's going to be to get that probate certification.
Nice.
And because that's going to take a little bit to do. And just to build more relationships. Sometimes a lot of people think that real estate agents are all about selling houses.
It does not look like HGTV, let me tell you.
No. But I'm all about making the friendships.
Yeah.
I like making those.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Lori Guinan with EXIT Realty Refined. And if you would, please just subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions you want to say how to get a hold of you?
Yes, absolutely. They can contact me on my cell at 615-504-5091.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Stephanie.